Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all participants or presenter of Conference on Innovation in Technology and Engineering Science 2020. Thanks in advance for the moderator and committee who was given time for me to present my paper on this session. Let me introduce myself. I am Fauzi Khair. I'm from Binus University, Jakarta, Indonesia. Okay, on this session, I would like to present my paper which title Sustainable Plastic Waste Management Strategy, Optimization of Plastic Manufacturing Plant Waste, focus on gas and product transition. This is my outline, the first background, then research method, result and discussion, and in the end, conclusion. Plastic are produced through the formation of synthetic or semi-synthetic material derived from petroleum, natural gas, or coal. And plastic are composed of various elements such as carbon, hydrogen as the main constituent element, as well as oxygen, nitrogen, uh, chlorine, and sulfur. And plastic, as we know, are used for food packaging, industrial and health products, building construction, clothing, electronic, automotive, and aeronautic. And given the rare need for the plastic industry also face challenging in handling plastic waste. Since 1960, the cumulative total production of plastic has been estimated at around 8 billion tons. Due to its non-degradable nature, unless incinerated or recycled, plastic waste will still exist. And the biggest problem in plastic manufacturing plant is waste originating from gas spreading and downgrade product, namely the perennial product does not meet specification standard. And disposal of waste need to be handled with future research and better technology and more qualified resources so that the sustainability of the plastic industries can generate greater opportunity in the future. This disposal activity is carried out through a series of material testing, deciding policy, and increasing need for technology to separate and recycle plastic waste. This process will be able to produce secondary plastics that are more competitive than by continuing to consume or use pure polymer. And given that plastic waste is non-degradable, the waste will continue to pollute forever. With the recycling technology, plastic waste will reproduce, and we can reproduce in good quality without relying on the production of new plastic virgin, or we call it virgin material. And plastic waste and has become one of the major environmental issues with its main polymer component being for polyethylene and polypropylene. Separation plastic waste into individual polymer is expensive and complete sorting is often not possible. However, the plastic waste of spec product can be recycled easily by turning it into polymer blend. However, there are major limitation to propylene, which has a glass transition below room temperature and a high coefficient of linear thermal expansion. Thus, the reduce of this deficiency is to blend or trimming propylene with the thermoplastic technique. And flaring combustion from industry cannot be avoided but can be reduced. Several way to reduce flaring, for example, by implementing a procedure on how to adjust the process rate to prevent or minimize flaring. The use of flare gas recovery is something that is very important in the industry. In addition to reducing the greenhouse effect and environmental pollution, it also very useful in reducing cost of hydrocarbon loss. And limitation of technology costs, and company vision and mission, and human side are the main factor outside government regulation that can determine a company policy in managing asset optimization and contribution to implement of waste management, especially sustainable management strategy. The study aimed to discuss how to recycle waste gas from the degassing process by separating nitrogen, light gas, and hydrocarbon so that it can be reused in the gassing process and the production raw material using flare gas recovery technology. This study seeks to design innovation on how to reduce or eliminate transitional product using mixing technology or trimming facilities. Based on the background description that has been stated, a way is needed to seek the benefit obtained from placing the recovery unit, especially for sustainable waste management and optimal strategy is need to utilize the trimming facility in reducing or eliminating transitional product. And the research method on this paper, the research used the integration of qualitative and quantitative method in the process of data collection and processing. And this research was conducted to analyze the work system and process optimization in the flare recovery unit facility as part of sustainable waste management effort. The study aimed to determine to the optimal amount of regression in process waste gas so that it can be provide benefit from both of a financial and environmental side, as well as finding the best solution in increasing the company profit by utilizing a mixing facility or timing facility from non-prime product to prime product. And this research was conducted in Sufre Plastic Production Company, especially in United Arab Emirates. We know United Arab Emirates is one of the largest plastic producing in country in the world. And the technical method used in the form of observation and data collection relate to the degassing process. Data analysis was performed one monthly report on energy balance and total gas was from each unit, including the gathering system unit. Data collection on the number of total transitional product resulting from each product changeover and data obtained from monthly report where the number of prime and non-prime product is recorded. And monitoring is carried on the sweeping process between nitrogen gas and hydrocarbon on the DCS or distribution control system live screen to obtain the live data. And data analysis is focused on the degassing processes and other activities through graphic and histogram, especially relate to reliability, FR load, monthly carbon dioxide, reduction chart, present and hydrocarbon, and nitrogen based on design chart and upgrade comparison with or without trimming. And for this chart, the result of the analysis and the observation of the gassing system and flare recovery obtained that for polyethylene plants, such as the amount of nitrogen sand, the amount of feed gas available, utility consumption such as electricity or power, the cooling system, cooling water, glycol water, polyethylene refrigerant, plain water, and steam running hour and cost of the production process. Next, an analysis recovered nitrogen and hydrogen is performed, and an analysis of reliability of the system. And the first analysis is technical analysis. We can focus in recover nitrogen and hydrocarbon. And this picture illustrates how to recovery unit provide the ability to recycle gas or feed the enter wasting unit. The monthly of March and April and May, the chart saw 0 point. This is because the this monthly no feed will receive due to the plant shutdown. And the copper, hydrocarbon, and nitrogen take from the analyzer and smart flow meter from each membrane stage. Meanwhile, ton of recovered nitrogen or hydrocarbon are taken from the calculation of recovered nitrogen or hydrocarbon from the flow meter compared to total production produced per month. And the second analysis is we can show in the picture there is a very significant difference between 2018 and 2019. In 2018, mechanical failure from the compressor contributed the highest to around 76% of the total downtime of 3,009 hours from 22 stop, followed by turnaround about 14.5%, and rest from processes such as closet filter and gas flow from the washing unit. And the Pareto analysis results show the highest bar graph cause the amount of downtime is due to the reason for both mechanical, electrical, and instrument equipment, damage to membrane cathodic rotor, problematic programmable logic control (PLC), oil leakage, and heater problem are most important elements that be resolved. And the flare recovery unit vendor was brought into repair for the flare recovery unit and manufacturing company to restore to direction of the company from decline in performance or restore the company performance. And the reliability of flare recovery unit experienced a very significant and stable improvement, except in May and October, where plant shut down due to process and equipment were frequent, and data is taken from 2018 to June 2019. So the average reliability is around 94% for 2019. And uh, the next analysis is environmental impact about the carbon dioxide footprint analysis. Carbon footprint is the amount of greenhouse gas emission produced by an organization, event, product, or individual. To obtain the carbon footprint on the flare recovery unit, the total hydrocarbon recycled are divided by ethylene as the reference gas most contained in the gas system. And the picture shows us the adding exhaust gas to flare recovery unit for recycling provide enormous benefit, apart from cost reduction as well as environmental issues. It appears that the greater ability to recycle hydrocarbon, the more we contribute to reducing emission. In other words, the smaller the amount of carbon dioxide is wise if the hydrocarbon are not burned. And next analysis is economic analysis, saving of nitrogen and hydrocarbon of ton production. This picture so the reference percent of nitrogen and hydrocarbon is recycled per month. Percent recovery is obtained from the hydrocarbon and nitrogen recovered material against flare recovery design follow. And the next economic analysis is variable cost analysis, design recovery. Capacity of hydrocarbon zero waste set was 191 ton and nitrogen at and 5,000 kilogram. As the optimal operation of the flare recovery unit is just lower the operating cost and the greater stability to recycle hydrocarbon and nitrogen. From a regulation was based on each prime product and the transition product to be trimmed with a higher amount of the data. And the final analysis is economic analysis for saving of upgrade of transitional material. The number of material transitions successfully trimmed varies in number, depending on how many products must be produced of each product. In 1 month, about 800 to 1,200 tons of transitional material are produced as product and result. The price difference between traditional product and prime product is around $300 per ton. The percentage of material transition that can be mixed or successfully trimmed in input or profit the company. And we can see in this picture the picture shows the monthly saving after trimming between transitional product, or it can be called near prime grade and product that have prime quality. Bar graph shows saving equivalent to $1 million, while line chart shows saving in unit per ton of production. In 2018, the use of trimming was more conservative to confirm or prove if there was influence on the product quality. Trimming saw a significant increase in 2019 after the production in the marketing where party are quite well established and successful in managing the trimming system operation while maintaining its quality. Amount in profit is 2019 was also caused by change in product demand due to a variation in supply and demand. And conclusion, we can conclude the implementation of recycling technologies such as flare recovery unit and trimming system has not yet got its own plate. Many gas and petrochemical factories that have been running still have not utilized recycling technology for exhaust gas and reducing product of the trimming system. Optimizing of exhaust gas utilization through the flare recovery unit from continuous flaring resulting from the gas process in puric bin has very significant process. Trimming system. We propose the trimming system is one solution. It's one solution to reduce or even eliminate transition product, making transition material into the prime product. And a part of the rule of production planning in scheduling products cycle, the reliability and operability of the trimming system are important factor in reducing or eliminating such a material. The more the reliable in system the more benefits we will get. And for the future research, it's necessary to improve the flood recovery system processes and the streaming system. It's necessary to develop standard operating procedure, preventive maintenance, and corrective maintenance as important element has that will be maintained. And new innovations such as the addition of GAR filter from the outlet of the second degassing tank may need to be installed. And for the final product that's passed through mixing or trimming is advisable to one additional treatment in the pellet silo. For example, the adding blending before the product is baked or packed. Okay, that is my presentation. I hope that all participants and our presenter can give me input for this research so that this research can be better in the future. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.